am Michelle Cromer. You've tuned in to Creating a Meaningful Life podcast.
And I'm Perla Maldonado.
And we are here to talk about something that is on everybody's heart. I've heard so much about this lately. I've gotten a lot of emails about forgiveness, which is a sacred act. So we're going to teach you a little bit about what that means and then how to use your home as a ritual so that you can help heal your heart.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that I had a discussion with a friend of mine who's a judge, and we were talking about forgiveness, and my take on it was, you know, when somebody does something wrong to harm you, and they keep repeating the process, they don't change, I say just, you know, hey, let it go. Not my cowboy, not my rodeo, let it go. Get rid of that relationship.
That's true.
He says, being a judge, being a lot more altruistic than I am, he thinks you want to help, especially if the other person is wrong, they should change. You should help them change. You should try to, reform them.
And how does that work? How would you do that? Like, would you first talk about
what's wrong, and then maybe suggest therapy, maybe I don't
we all
know.
should be in therapy.
Obviously, I've never thought about that.
Yeah, so
but I think that you once you've forgiven a person, doesn't mean that you've condoned the act
or forget.
But you can. In my case, I could just get rid of the person. He pointed out that, hey, maybe you're married to that person or live with that person, and you
are good friends,
related to them.
Yeah, and you can't really just cut them out of your life. But forgiveness is really an act for yourself.
Yes.
Because regardless of what that person did to you, and they may never admit it or even say I'm sorry, you can get to a point where you can release the need to control that outcome, to control them, and just forgive them, right?
But if you do want to forgive them, I know you've got some steps.
Oh yeah, I do. So I love using your home to be able to actualize and really have these steps that you can use based on your home. Because what I see when I go into Feng Shui a house, if I see clutter, I see sometimes a heart that's also cluttered, and it could be full of this, what we're talking about, needing to forgive somebody. So the first thing you're going to do, as always, step one, is look at your house and get rid of your clutter, especially in your relationship corner, which is your right-hand corner. So just look around and see what you need to do to get rid of, repurpose, reuse it someplace else. And the second thing you're going to do is activate the heart of your home. So the heart of your home is always the center of your home and the kitchen. So in this particular space, what's the heart? What's the love crystal? Rose quartz.
Rose quartz, yeah.
So you're going to get a couple of rose quartz and you're going to put them in there, and you're going to say, may this home and this heart, may my heart be a sanctuary of compassion. So put something in there that you love, but definitely I'm a real big believer on rose quartz. You know me. I love burying them in the ground. I carry them in my pockets when I travel. So I'm a big believer in that. And then your relationship corner, again, is if you're at your house, if you're at your front door, the furthest right-hand corner is going to be your love and relationships. And this is really the heart of forgiveness because it's your heart. So you're going to clean it with love, and you're going to go through it, and you're going to find objects that like two stones, 2 candles, 2 chairs, 2 nightstands, 2 lamps. That energy of the 2 is really going to help with that. And then you're going to say something like this, if this lands with you. I forgive to feel free. I let go, not for them, but for me, because that's what forgiveness is all about. Then the last thing, my favorite thing, is to burn and breathe. So write a letter to the person you want to forgive. Sometimes that's us. Sometimes you need to forgive yourself. I mean, I know I have been I know you find this hard to believe, I've been mean to people. And I think back on it, and I wish, like anything in the world, I could go back to that moment, to not say what I said or not to do what I did. But that could be, this letter could be your mom, your dad, your sibling, your spouse, whatever, like Perla said, it could be anybody in your life. So you're going to write a letter, and you're not going to hold anything back. You're going to let it all, I feel statements. I feel, or I felt like you stabbed me in the back when you said this or that and the other thing. So whatever that is. Now, Then we're going to burn it. So we need to go outside. You're not going to set your alarms off in your house. So we're going to burn it and do this really respectfully. Just don't like throw it on grass. And you know, New Mexico's under a 2nd-degree fire burn right now. We haven't had a lot of rain in this part of the country, so don't do anything like that, or even put it in a bowl, right?
Yeah.
We can put it in a bowl. So then watch the smoke as it goes up. Just let that forgiveness and just like go up and just release the need to control the outcome. Take a deep breath, take a steady breath, and just anchor yourself and feel what it's like not to carry that narrative anymore. This is not a one-time thing. You have to do it over and over and over again. But Feng Shui gives you a tangible way to actualize this, which I always need. I need action items to get things done. I know you do too. So if you've been stuck in pain, regret, forgiveness, look around and see what you need to do to clear something, right?
Yep. So
your energy, I'm telling you, your house is echoing your energy and your soul. So take a whole look at it and pretend like it's your brain, because it is. That's why I can walk in a house and tell you what's going on with your life. So look and see where you need to forgive, what aspects you need to forgive, and how you need to give. So until next time, breathe deeply and clear gently, and let forgiveness
love a lot.
And love a lot. Y'all, let's just be kind and love a lot. If you like this podcast, please like it and share it, and leave us comments in the bottom. We would love to hear from you.
we'll answer your questions.
Thanks, y'all. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all.